Well, I'm tired this morning. Just thought I'd get up before the sun to try and witness a new day dawning and catch some nice colour as the sun rises. Now I've come down to the Hastings Marina area. I'm actually down in Hastings for some commissioned work, so thought I'd get up before the sun and try and get a few photos. It's a beautiful area down here, and under morning light it comes up absolutely stunning. Especially, I've actually come down at high tide, like spot on right on high tide. There's not a breath of wind in the air, and the water here is so smooth at the moment. It's the smoothest I've ever seen it. Hopefully, if the light doesn't happen, I can get some nice reflections. Well, I'm just going to get out of the car now and have a look around. Alright, well I'm all set up for the shot now. I'm running a Nisi circular polarizing filter just to remove a bit of the glare from the water, but without removing the reflection. I'm also running a 3-stop graduated neutral density just to keep the highlights in balance with the shadows in the image. Now I'm already imagining this is going to be cropped down to a 2:1 panoramic. It's just because of the stretch from the boat shed to the end of the boats, and I want to remove a little bit of the foreground. So I've got it set up at f11, which is my usual aperture for these sort of images. ISO 100, and what am I running? Probably a 1 second exposure. Works out about well at the moment. Now that's going to change very shortly once that light starts coming through, but it's just a nice little bit of colour on the clouds at the moment. Nothing outstanding like any bright pinks or reds, but just a nice bit of colour. And yeah, I'm just going to capture this image now and see how it goes. Happy with that image. That's come up just very nice. The best of what I could do with the conditions I'm given. So I'm just going to have a wander around now and see if I can find another composition of interest. Found another composition that looks quite interesting. Got a couple bench seats in the foreground, and it's just overlooking the water going around the mangrove bushes. It's quite nice. Still got a bit of colour in the sky, nothing fancy now, but just a little bit of sort of orange, a little bit of blue sky peeking through behind the clouds. So again, this one I feel will be cropped down to a 2:1 ratio. It will just look nice, I think. So same settings as before. I think I've actually knocked the exposure down just a little bit because the sun is getting a little bit higher. So but running the same combination of CPL and a soft edge grad ND. This time I'm bracketing 3 images just so I can pull in as much detail from the foreground as possible, because I am using that as a point of interest in it as well. Now, I've had a couple cheeky seagulls landing on the posts as well. I've been waiting for them to come back so I can get them in a shot. So I might just wait a few more minutes and see what I can get, because that'll just add a little bit of extra detail to the image. It'll be nice. One, 2 and 3 brackets, and as soon as I go to move after taking the photos, the seagulls are taken off, but I think I've got them in the image, which is cool. Well, that's the landscape photography for this morning done and dusted. I'm pretty happy with what the images I got, considering the cloud cover didn't do exactly what I was after by giving big splashes of colour. But very happy with the conditions. It's very still, which allowed for some nice reflections. So it's time to do some commissioned work, as I mentioned earlier in the video. However, I can't really do that this morning either. The cloud cover, it's taken away that nice warm light from the mornings, and that's exactly what the client was after, some landscape images of the area with a nice warm morning sun. Thankfully they said afternoon sun works as well, so I might just have to head back later tonight and see what I can capture. Until then, just going to enjoy a coffee, have a wander around and stretch the legs before I get back into the daily routine. It is far too nice a day to be in the office, guys. Hey, look, I'm sorry this one was a relatively short video. As I said, I was down at Hastings for to do some photos for a client, so it was just tying the video work in with trying to capture the images that the client was after. As it turned out, I didn't end up using any of the images for the client from that day anyway, because the cloud cover was just not quite right. By the way, thanks guys. I've just noticed I've literally just ticked over 1,000 subscribers to this channel, so look, thanks heaps for all your support, and I'm just stoked you're enjoying the content I'm putting up. It just means a lot to have that many people jumping on board and watching the videos. Now, also I've just released a 2018 calendar featuring it's a 13-month calendar from December 2017 to December 2018 inclusive. There's 14 images in the calendar, including the front cover, some of which you would have seen the making of in these videos. So look, if you'd like to purchase one and help support what I do as far as bringing you these videos and getting the landscape images, click the link below in the comments and I'll get one out ASAP. So look, that's the end of another video, guys. Keep an eye out for more content that I'll be bringing you shortly, and look, I'll catch you around. Cheers, guys.